A spike of COVID-19 cases among OC Transpo transportation drivers causes many worries and concerns, and school buses in Ottawa will not be available to students until mid-September. Eagle News correspondent Andre Lajoie reports.
As August 21st, 2020, 28 of 3,000 employees of OC Transpo City Transportation has contracted the COVID-19. 6 days earlier, the director of OC Transpo, Director John Manconi, announced that 13 cases of the agency and its employees contracted the virus. Multiple cases of COVID-19 cases from employees and its drivers of OC Transpo are worried. Some members of the organization are worried that the transportation is not ready for a second wave of COVID-19. The most important thing to do is to ensure the security and its operators and its drivers, says Stuart McKay, a member of the administration of users transportation of OC Transpo in Ottawa, Canada. Back to school will increase a ridership of OC Transpo buses, which could be one of the factors contributing to a possible second wave, he believes. We do not have enough buses to accommodate its passengers and its age of distancing to ensure everyone. They are hiring more drivers, but they do not have enough buses to drive. Manconi admits last week that some of the OC Transpo employees, including drivers, were not wearing masks on duty. The problem is also said that to be a widespread among para-transpo staff. Operators are not wearing the personal protective equipment provided to them. They make up all kinds of excuses to justify why they do not have to wear it. Some of them even apologize just to not wear it. OC Transpo Transportation and Transit Agency says to enforce the mandatory mask policy on buses, trains, and outside LRT stations, something drivers are telling passengers are not always entering, especially at night. Transpo will be more alert and take more measures on its employees, its drivers, and users in the weeks to come. The agency responsible for the transportation of thousands of English-speaking students in Ottawa says that school bus will not be back on the road until mid-September. The Ottawa School Transportation Authority, the OSTA, says it must adapt at the last-minute changes related to COVID-19. Among the details to be confirmed to the number of students who will not need school transportation since they will be studying at a distance. This announcement only concerns students from the two English language school boards who will travel in yellow buses. OC Transpo services remain unchanged. The agency chief executive, Vicky Kiriko, stressed that having fewer students usually means fewer buses. But due to the pandemic, that may not be the case. What we are counting is on the same students will not go to school. This is not a year where we try to find efficiency or gains in order to save money. This year, we have to find space. According to the online survey conducted by the organization, 5,500 students will not take the bus this year. Some routes with the capacity of 70 students therefore end up with less than 50 students on board. The OSTA, the Ottawa School Transportation Authority, recalls that its objective was to have one student per seat. The agency also wants to group the siblings together in the same bench to save space. This is Andre Lajoie with Eagle News in Ottawa, Canada. We live in interesting times.